Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Bookeemonsters. It is Wednesday, October the 18th. We are getting halfway through the week. If you are somebody who is doing a work week and keeping track of something like that, if you're retired, it's just not something that you pay attention to. That's okay. We are here to look at the new releases this week. Wednesdays, we look at romance. Just a little announcement before we hop in there. I don't do sprints on Wednesday night. That is on Sarah's channel, The Bookish Knitter. I will be doing sprints tomorrow at 6:05 Mountain Time, 8:05 Eastern Time. Still doing the morning shows. Tomorrow morning will be fantasy, sci-fi, and if there's time, cozy mysteries and so forth. But today we are looking at romance. I thank you very much for stopping by. You're okay, Keo. All right, first up is a coloring book. An Outlander coloring book, second in the Outlander, official Outlander coloring books, which might be a nice gift for yourself or a gift for somebody else. Christmas is coming up, time to start thinking of things like this. From the bustling market streets of Paris to the resplendent court of Versailles, through secret passageways into forbidden apothecaries and onto battlefields to fight for freedom, the colorful world of Claire Beecham Randall and Jamie Fraser is now yours to explore, featuring gorgeous natural landscapes of Scotland and France, detailed drawings of royal court fashion, and heartwarming scenes from Jamie and Claire's epic love story, etc. So, looks like some fun things to color. And then another coloring book out this week is for Bridgerton fans. And it looks like it's based on the TV series. Featuring more than 75 original illustrations and thick paper, this coloring book offers you a way to explore the Regency-era world of Bridgerton, from the budding romances of the Bridgerton children to the Queen's Diamond Season to the mysterious Lady Whistledown, and of course all the wonderful costuming and tasty treats that have everyone talking at the tongue. So again, that might be a fun gift for yourself, if not for somebody else. Good morning, Rebecca. Enjoying a cup of coffee and checking the books out. Excellent. I appreciate that. Let's take a look. All right. Now we're getting into regular books. Maybe. Interesting. Here we go. 10 Things That Never Happened, Material World Book Number 1 by Alexis Hall. Sam Becker loves, or likes, his job. Sure, managing a bed and bath retailer isn't exactly glamorous, but it's good work and he gets on well with the band of misfits who keep the store running. He could see himself being content here for the long haul. Too bad then that the owner is an infuriating git. Jonathan Forrest should never have hired Sam. He was a sentimental decision, and Jonathan didn't get where he is by following his heart. Determined to set things right, Jonathan orders Sam down to London for a difficult talk, only for a panicking Sam to trip, bump his head, and maybe accidentally imply he doesn't remember anything. Thinking amnesia seemed like a good idea when Sam was afraid he was getting sacked. Really? But now he has to deal with the reality of Jonathan's guilt, as well as the unsettling fact that his surly boss might have a softer side to him. There's an unexpected freedom in getting a second shot at a first impression. Excuse me. But as Sam and Jonathan grow closer, can Sam really bring himself to tell the truth? Or will their future be built entirely on one impulsive lie? Well, that's not going to be a good relationship if you don't tell the truth. Sweeten the Deal. By Katie Shepard. She's lonely, rich and 10 years too young for him, but she's also his sugar daddy, and they couldn't have been have less in common. Opposites attract in this charming new romance. MBA student Carolyn Sedlacek knows her personal balance sheet is a little lopsided. On the asset side, at 22, she's got an NCAA trophy, a great education, and the $2 million she unexpectedly inherited. Liabilities, she's never had friends, a boyfriend, or any life experiences away from the tennis court or the classroom. She'd love to invest herself in everything else, but everything else never came easily for her. In the 10 years since he left art school as a vaunted prodigy, Adrian Landry has won shows and major prizes and done his best to shed his reputation as a pretty man who makes pretty paintings. Though currently broke and sleeping off a bad breakup on his college roommate's couch, he knows this is the chance to get his life back on track at 33. He just needs the money to find a new gallery. When Adrian's roommate lists him on a thinly veiled escort site, Carolyn is not the patron he expected. She's way too young, way too naive, and loudly uninterested in having sex with him. Instead, they're both going to get exactly what they want, a little culture on her side and a lot of cash on his side. Aside from their sugar baby arrangement, they've got nothing in common, but as they reel from the symphony to the Haymarket, they learn that what they want and what they need might be two very different things. Okay, I'm old school romance. I just don't like that. What you do to me. Hey, Annalise, hey, I got lost on Amazon. Oh, I do that all the time. That is a rabbit hole. Happy Wednesday. It's like a mixtape. Comes a moving novel of two unfinished love stories and the music and lyrics that bring them together. Journalist Cecilia James is a sucker for a love song. So when she stumbles across a clue to the identity of the muse for one of rock's greatest, she devotes herself to uncovering the truth, even as her own relationship is falling apart. While writing an article for Rolling Stone, Cecilia works to reveal the mystery that has intrigued fans and discovers a classic tale of two soulmates separated by fate and circumstance. Rock star Eddie V once sang from his soul, dedicating love songs to Sarah Friedman, his inspiration and first love. Now Eddie takes refuge in anonymity, closed off to the past. Sarah, too, has distanced herself from their love, moving thousands of miles away to live the life she once railed against. As Eddie and Sarah tentatively open up to Cecilia about broken dreams, she struggles to give them a happy ending. In the process, she learns that broken hearts can be healed, even her own. Has potential. I do like second chance romances and mature romances. That kind of sounds like it might be that. Never Fall for the Fake Boyfriend in the Never Say Never book number 3 by Lauren Landish. What's a girl to do when a hot stranger appears in her vacation cabin? Run, probably. Or I had it all planned out, a perfect getaway in a perfect forest locale with my perfect boyfriend. It should have been perfect. Until he breaks up with me, leaving me all alone when a stranger walks in on me post shower, getting a too good look at my bare backside. I'm embarrassed and scared, but the bear spray might have been a bit overkill, especially since this Airbnb mix up is turning out to be the best thing that's ever happened to me. Maybe. Cole Harrington is grumpy and mysterious, grumpy sunshine, grunting out one word answers and definitely keeping secrets, but he's also got blue eyes that don't miss a thing, broad shoulders that carry the weight of the world, and a smile you have to work for. And he seems to hate everyone but me. He even volunteers to be my fake boyfriend for my cousin slash nemesis's wedding. And that's when things really go wrong. All right? I just have to keep reminding myself it's all fake and very temporary. Don't fall for him, even if he's infinitely more lovable than he thinks he is, especially when he kisses me fiercely and deeply and possessively. So yeah, totally fake. Until he shows up at my house, which is total stalkerish red flag, right? But it doesn't feel like one. It feels like I'm his, probably. Okay. Hot Mess Summer by Melissa Foster. Is that romance? It is for that generation. Yeah. Yeah. Not trauma bonding. Yeah. Ugh. And that's what concerns me. Going off on a tangent here, I I sometimes I will read books that are hyped sometimes so that I can have my own opinion about them, speak intelligently about them, and so forth. And I read in August Magnolia Parks, which in the vernacular of the 20 somethings, they're obsessed with. Um, that is not love. That is not love. And they think it's love. So I am terribly concerned for that. And I blame 50 Shades of Grey. I blame Twilight. A lot of blame to go. And the publishers who think that this is apparently this is what they want, but it ain't love. Hot Mess Summer by Melissa Foster. Who buys a cottage in a New England fishing village on a whim? A stressed out, twice divorced romance writer and a single mother looking for a fresh start. That's who. Despite what my besties say about my 3-year dry spell, I'm not looking for a man, or drama, or sex. I've got enough on my plate with writer's block and a daughter who refuses to grow up. Community. That's what I need. Unfortunately, it seems the universe has other ideas. Either chat 'em up Massachusetts has a serious shortage of single women, or I've become a hot mess magnet for the male species. At least I've found one funny, good hearted friend, fish peddler Declan Miller, my brainstorming adventure buddy who stirs my creative juices. I'm his writer girl. He's my dimple dude, just scruffy, granite chested, deep voiced, ex military brawn who happens to be. Oh no, Nicole, what are you doing to yourself? Stoking a long neglected fire without even trying. A self-confessed hot mess, single divorced dad Declan is too old for relationship games. Not interested. Same here. So why do I keep thinking about him? Preferably naked. Because I'm a hot mess too? At least he's inspiring me to write. If only real life were like one of my novels. At least then I'd have a better idea of how this was going to end. Okay. Close call. Glad you agree with me. Close Call by Amelia Wilde. And there's handcuffs on the cover. Sometimes the greatest danger comes from those who are closest of all. Jameson Hill is no stranger to a prison cell, but this one feels strangely worth it. He might have released Lily Hayes into the arms of her relieved family, but she wasn't theirs anymore. Not really. And there's no way she can be his either. Not now. Yet there's more than Stockholm syndrome at play when Lily arrives to bail Jameson out of jail. The moment she's back in his sights, everything changes. Jameson's family needs him. When he drops everything to be by his brother's side, Lily has to go too. If she won't stay away, Jameson has to protect her, and the only way to protect her is to put a ring on her finger. But even a diamond can't protect her from his past, and as danger looms, Jameson finds himself backed into a corner of his own creation until fate delivers the knockout blow. Okay. There's millions of love stories out there. There's love stories every day. I also blame the horror movies. They've desensitized people. House of Gods, Royal Houses, Book 4 by K.A. Lind. This would be a fantasy romance. I wonder if we should save that. It's here. On the other side of a portal, Kerrigan Argon lands in the home of the gods alone. She's lost everything: her family, her magic, her world. Even her dark fae prince, Fordham Olivier, has disappeared. She has nowhere to turn and no idea how to survive in this new world. The first kind face in the crowd gives Kerrigan hope until her would be helpers kidnap and deliver her into a new kind of hell and the only chance to get home, the Gladiator Ring. Win the Gladiator tournament and receive a gift from the gods. Kerrigan is determined to gain that boon to save her people. Well, at least there's something more than the he's my entire worldness to it. One more here. This one is actually coming out tomorrow, it looks like. Love Matched, third in series by Smarty Pants Romance author. There are three things, it's a Kindle Unlimited. There are three things you need to know about Lady Cassandra Fields. 1, despite being beloved, this diamond of the first water has yet to land a husband. 2, her bold personality and giving heart help fuel her charitable endeavors. 3, she's looking for adventure, something beyond ball gowns, drawing rooms, and her ladylike skill with needle and the thread. Thus far, Cassandra's abysmal luck has kept her from reaching her goals. With no husband and no household, she's beginning to wonder if she has a future at all. A surprising encounter with a cunning thief brings more to light than Cassandra is prepared to handle. But the lady has never backed down from a challenge, and it seems this mystery man might have finally met his match. When circumstances once again threaten Lady Cassandra's dreams, she must decide if she's willing to risk her careful plans for the thief who has stolen her heart. Okay, let's jump over to this one to see. It looks like this one, these books aren't in that other. Too Little Too Late by N.T. Casson. Just double checking the, yeah, that came out in June. For the Love of Hot Cocoa. Another one that's not there. Ha! Never mind then. We aren't having very much luck on this website. Wild Card by Maggie Rodden. October 12th. This was last week. What the heck? Okay, we don't trust this site anymore. Who is this? New in books. Well, that's strange. Let's go to sorry guys. Amelia said, I like to learn cultures, history, etc. with a little romance. Yeah, that's why I like historical mysteries as well. I like learning stuff in my reading. All right, let's see what this site gives us for romance. Did that one. Friends don't fall in love. Lorelei Jones had it all, a thriving country music career and a superstar fiance. Then she played one teeny tiny protest song at a concert and ruined her entire future, including her impending celebrity marriage. But 5 years later, she refuses to be done with her dreams and calls up the one person who stuck by her, her dear friend, her former fiance's co-writer and bandmate, Craig. Craig Bozeman's been held a torch for Lorelai for years, but even he knows the backup bass player never gets the girl. Things are different now, though. Craig owns his own indie record label, and his songwriting career is taking off. If he can confront his past and embrace his gifts, he might just be able to help Lorelai earn the comeback she deserves and maybe win her heart in the process. But when the two reunite to build her career and finally scratch that itch that's been building between them for years, Lorelai realizes a lot about what friends don't do. For one, friends don't have scratch that itch sex. They also don't almost kiss on street corners, publish secret erotic poetry about each other, have countertop sex, write songs for each other, have no strings motorcycle sex, and go on dates. And they sure as heck don't fall in love, right? Okay. One Christmas Morning by Rachel Greenlaw. For fans of the Midnight Library with a dash of Dickensian magic. Eva has spent the last 3 years burying herself in her work, trying to forget the heartbreaking events of the Christmas that ripped her world apart. This year, the last thing she wants is to attend her friend's week-long Christmas party, but at her husband James' insistence, here they are. When Eva, overwhelmed by bittersweet memories, tries to sneak back to London in the middle of the night, she is visited by the ghost of her beloved grandmother. Gran tells Eva that if she doesn't face her fears head on and stop shutting off her loved ones, she risks losing them all forever. When Eva wakes on Christmas morning, she finds herself living not her own life, but that of her hardworking assistant, Diana, whose overflowing inbox isn't the only secret she's been keeping. The next day, she wakes on Christmas morning again, this time in the body of her best friend's little sister. As Eva lives the same day again and again through the perspectives of her friends, she's offered a glimpse into the lives of those she has been pushing away. With each Christmas day comes a new lesson and an insight into the secrets and struggles her loved ones have been hiding. To move forward, Eva must let go of the past, but is it too late to fix her future? Well, there were some couple to realize. Amelia said, and the happy ending is that they break the trauma bond and never goes back, but in therapy. Yeah, as you get older, when you're young, you have this idea of what love and marriage is, and you might find it, you're dating, it's that high, I found the person, let's get married, and blah, blah, blah. But real love is the long haul. It's the ups and downs, a lot of downs, but you're still together. And unfortunately, and I'm not blaming any generation, maybe it started with the boomers, I don't know. But if you don't have that high, then it must not be love anymore, so let's end it. And that's not how it works. And there aren't a whole lot of books out there that discuss that other than angsty, I must find myself stories. But I don't want to read that kind of story. I want to read about real love stories. So if you have any authors you think do that, let me know. Let a girl know. I'm getting very disappointed and needing coffee. Alrighty, that's it for the romances this morning. I appreciate you guys being here so much. If you're watching it live, thank you very much. If you're watching it later, thank you very much. Again, no sprints tonight. But if you want to, Sarah has them on her channel, The Bookish Knitter. And otherwise, I hope you have a very good Wednesday. Read good books. Take care of yourself because you deserve it. Take the time for yourself to do good things to yourself. And remember, you don't get good person points if you're reading something you're not enjoying. It's okay to set it down. I give you permission. Read things that make you happy. And as the banner here says, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Om nom nom. Have a good day, everybody. God bless.